Yeah, I'm going to explain firstly what is Natalie. Natalie is a Horizon Europe project. The idea is simple. We use nature to reduce climate risks with nature-based solution. We test them in real places with real people and real limits. Across Europe, we have many pilots. We have learned what works and what block progress, no, in fact. So next. Yeah, I'm going to focus in our pilots here in the Canary Islands. We have 3 sites and 3 rigs. The first one is in Fuerteventura. Here, our rigs is drought. In this case, we work with a wetland that treats the water, and we explore future recharge options. Secondly, is in La Laguna. Here, the rigs is urban floods. In this case, we monitor an urban woodland area. Finally is Gran Canaria in Maspalomas. Here the risk is flood and pollution. And we study solution that can filter water before it reaches sensitive areas. On paper, it looks clear, but in real life, one word changes everything. That is the permissions. I have to mention, next please. I have to mention there is a 4 case study. It's a follower case in Menorca, Balearic Islands. The problems there are water stress, saline groundwater, and nitrates. It helps us compare islands, of course, because there are different places with similar challenges. Next, please. So the moment that we hit the wall, let me be honest with you with that. The biggest delights were not scientific. They were administrative. We face 4 common problems. Uh, for instance, permits take longer than expected. Many institutions are involved. Data are hard to access. Public offices are overloaded. This is not a drama, but it's just how system work. But projects have a clock, and the clock is strict in our case. Next, please. In the case studies that we are explaining in an island, the delay is not 1 more week, of course. It can mean you miss the rainy event, you miss the field campaign, you lose the right season, you lose the best data. Travel's a pressure, of course, because things fly in, then they wait, and then fly out. So time loss becomes money loss and data loss. If we had to begin with the case studies in Tenerife, in this case, we have a smaller path. The reason is because we have only one institution to treat with. So all the permission that we need, we only have one contact there. So that is important. Next, please. And in the case of Maspaloma, it's a good example because the main issue was simple, is waiting. And the hardest part was not the wait itself, not knowing that the end date. For monitoring, uncertainty is toxic, of course, because you plan campaigns and you need the right windows. When permits arrive late, the windows is gone. We have several groups involved in this case study that came from other parts from the country, from the mainland, and from other countries. So that could be very, very problematic. Next, please. In the case of Fuerteventura, shows a different problem, not only time, also coordination, because here we are deployed manage aquifer recharge. That is a technique that is very promising for the Canary Islands in order to save water and reuse water. But when there is no local precedent, it is a huge problem. The process becomes extra cautious. Many authorities must align. We talk about water councils, public institutions, health institutions, and many others. Each one has a valid concern, of course. We know that, but if nobody leads the whole chain, everything moves slowly. Next, please. Other thing is the data. It's not a quite a problem. Before any pilot, you need a baseline data. For instance, rain, groundwater levels, water quality, land use, but data can be scattered, different office, different formats, different rules. So the team spends weeks or months just to build the starting point. that weakens the pilot from the day one. Next, please. So there is another reality. Public administration often don't have enough staff for EU work, okay, for EU projects. Hiring takes time, procurement take time, and people are already busy. So even with the goodwill, the system moves slowly. Next, please. So the pattern, no, the failure pattern identified. So do we see three layers? First, rules are made for big infrastructure, not for small pilots. If we want to deploy a small pilot for managed aquifer research, it's very complicated because we need the same permission than if we develop a future infrastructure with a long term. Second, the procedures are long and hard to predict. Three, responsibilities are fragmented. This is why EU pilot struggle at the start. Not because the idea is weak, it's because the pathway is heavy. So for finalize, what will help is some ideas that we propose. One is a fast track for low impact research pilots. Two is one clear contact point to coordinate permits. That is very important. Three could be better shared platform for public environmental data. Four could be more feasible ways to public bodies to high support for EU projects, a centralized office, for instance, for the whole Canary Islands European projects. We thought that these changes keep safety and control, but they make the labor all possible. And the final one, I think that I will find is with one line, nature-based solution can help us adapt, of course, but they need a system that can move at the speed of the reality.